Living in Canada can be expensive. And you know the worst thing is, you don't have nobody to drop off a hana banana or a hana plantain just chop off of the tree. You don't have no backyard where you can go pick two ackee, go pick two drum plum, go pick off lime and all of them things there. I know you come to Canada, you just have to find everything for yourself. Not to mention daycare if you come with a child. You don't have the body to run to. You have to find everything for yourself. You depend on your own when you come to Canada. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you the cost of living here in Canada. What to expect, the bills to expect, the cost of living, and just the average prices of things here in Canada in 2022. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, my name is Yashika Turner. I am the queen of thriving. I share with you on this channel my lifestyle as a Jamaican Canadian immigrant here in Canada, stories to help you, guide you on your journey of settling here in Canada, creating your own success story. Now, in today's video, I'll be sharing the cost of living, what to expect, the bills to expect to pay here in Canada when you arrive and settle here. Now, before we begin, I did a few videos before on how to choose the right city, how to choose the right province, writing your resume, and a whole other barrage of videos. Not only videos, I also wrote a book, What to Expect When Moving to Canada, and you can find that book available on Amazon, both in Kindle and hard copy format. Now, before we begin, you know the drill. Please like, comment, share, follow. If you pass this journey already, you already settled long time in Canada, give me a little like. Share the video to a family, friend, or someone you know is in the process of migrating and will benefit from this information. Now, let's go. Okay, so the cost of living here in Canada all depends on the city you choose, which I said, go watch the video here. The province, whether it's in the rural area or the urban areas. As you know, city life is more expensive. Country life is less expensive. City more, country less. You know that. From Jamaica, you know town more expensive. Rent in a Kingston more expensive. So those are the things to consider when it comes to cost of living. Again, rent. So the number one, the first one, the biggest expense you will expect to pay is rent. Rent take out the bunch, the chunk. Rent will be the chunk of your salary to pay. So just have that in mind. As you know, I think that is expected too. Anywhere you go in Jamaica, that's what's expected. Now, rent can be from a low of $1,500 to a low of $3,000 or even $3,500. Again, it depends on where you choose to settle, the city you choose to settle, the province you choose to settle, and if it's urban or rural area. Also, rent will determine on the type of accommodation. So whether it's an apartment, it's a condo. Condo is more expensive, you know, it's luxurious. Whether you're sharing accommodation with someone, you just rent a portion of their house, you rent the basement, or you rent a whole house, a townhouse maybe is the most popular one. So as we're talking about rent, sometimes rent, parking, along with renting, like especially apartments, later down when you decide to get a car, consider parking, because parking is an expense that living in an apartment is an additional expense, right? So number one was rent, which is the bulk of your expense. Now, number two, food. Food is the second bulk of expense. Why we have to eat so much? Because we love our belly. We are Jamaicans and we love to cook food. We home cook meal our yard, right? So prepare to pay. For us, a family of four, we spend between, if it are not, $800 to $1,000, sometimes more per month for food, for grocery shopping. So again, that depends on the amount of people you're feeding. If you come by yourself, then yes, of course, you're going to pay less. If you come with your partner, that's 2 people, yes, you're going to pay less. So consider food to be the second most expensive thing you will have to budget for here in Canada. As I said before, you know, have nobody to give no homegrown food from them backyard. The only time you might get like a leverage with this is in the summertime. In the summertime, people will plant things. They have a backyard garden. They plant a little herbs, some people have fruit trees. So that's the only opportunity where people will share some food items with you. But apart from that, be prepared to buy everything yourself. Now, I would advise for you to buy your food items in bulk. Bulk shopping, you save more, it's more cost effective. But if you're not able to buy in bulk, then remember, you're going to pay a lot for food. At the end, I'm going to give you a tip, pro tip. At the end, stay tuned, don't leave, don't rush through the video, stay until the end. Now, expense number 3 is utilities. Now, oftentimes, some utilities are included in the rent. Depends on where and what you rent. For apartment buildings, your hydro, which is the Canadian meaning for light, hydro is light, is included in the bill. Water for some apartment is also included in the bill. Gas is also included in the bill, and gas, we use it for cooking, for the stove, and for heat. So depending on the accommodation, you don't have to pay extra for utilities such as water, gas, and hydro light bill. Yeah, but if you're renting a townhouse, which is a house for yourself, then consider that you will have to pay these additional bills included in the rent, right? And most times hydro depends, that is the light, depending on the size of the house. So for like townhouses, smaller houses, you might pay between $100 to $150, and for a bigger house, it can go as high as $200 to $200. It all depends. Now, most times the water and the light is included. That's why it's called hydro. So both light and water combine in one bill. What else? So we did mention the gas and that. So those were number 3. Now, in addition to utility, you will have different bills. Different bills, I mean your phone bill, your cable bill, your internet bill. These are all additional expenses, and it all depends on you and your preference on the things you choose, right? So phone packages can be from a minimum of $35 with the cheapest, the lowest package, phone package, off a high of $150, $160, depends. Some phone companies, you can purchase the phone, and with the phone you get the SIM card and the gigabyte access. Now, if you already have a phone, then it would be cheaper for you to just invest in a SIM card. You switch it out and you just pay to use the phone service, right? So you want to need to invest in a phone to pay the bill for a phone, right? So that would be another thing to consider, your phone bill. Apart from phone bill, you might need internet service. Everybody need internet nowadays. We're in the social media world where you can't do without internet. Now, there are some phone providers who provide internet along with the phone service. Now, that's what we do. So we go with Virgin Mobile, and with that plan, our internet is $50. I think it's $50. That was a promotion, by the way, which still continues. So try to get these things in promotional seasons when they offer. So maybe you take out the phone first and they will contact you to say, hey, there's a promotion. with the phone, you can get this. That's how we got that rate. But out of that special promotion, internet can be even up to $100. Now there's a wide variety of internet providers. Bell, Cogeco, those are the most popular ones. But nowadays, the phone companies have internet service also. The other one is cable. Now, depends on you. If you think you need cable, go ahead. Some phone companies, again, they have a package of phone line, like a landline, cable, and internet. Now, we don't use that package because we don't use cable. I prefer to use Netflix. So we have different services that we use out except cable, because we think it's a personal choice. But if you're going to go with cable, that package can be up to $150 to $200. So consider that. If you're not going to go with cable, but you're going to go with Netflix, I think currently Netflix is, I think, $18, I believe. Netflix, that's what we use. And cable box. You can get cable box. You know cable box there at Jamaica. Yes, cable box there at Canada too. Okay? So those are your bills to consider paying bills. Bill payments. Now, number 4 will be your shopping. Shopping for clothes, different seasons. If you have kids, then of course you're going to need to buy seasonal items. If you arrive like in the summertime, you're going to need clothes for winter. So you have to consider those items, which are expensive. Clothes are foreign, especially Canada. I find the States, it's cheaper compared to Canada. So consider those factors that you have to budget in for clothing for yourself and for your family. Now, another thing to consider is, another factor of our cost of living rather, is car transport rather. Whether you're going to take the bus or whether you're going to buy your car. Now, transport system, it all depends on where you choose to live. Some cities, it's more economical to just use the public transport system because it's on the go. It's just right at your fingertip. You step outside, there's a bus, there's a train. But in some cities, it's like in the rural areas, it's a delay with the bus system. It's slower. It's not that effective. So sooner or later, you'll find the need to invest into a vehicle. Now, when this time comes, whether you choose to pay for the vehicle cash or you choose to go and take out a vehicle take out the vehicle on the loan, right? Then you have to pay monthly installments. Along with this monthly installment, depending on the type of vehicle, then the monthly cost or the bi-weekly cost will be dependent on the type of vehicle. Now, this cost can run as low as maybe $150 bi-weekly to a high of, who knows, depend. If you want a Range Rover, then hey, prepare to pay a arm and a leg. But if you're going to start out with a Hyundai, a Mazda, a Nissan, or one of those lower category, more economical vehicles, then of course the price will be different. Now, along with the vehicle comes insurance. Insurance depends on where you live. Everything in Canada depends on where you live. So depending on where you live, the city life comes with more expense. City life comes with more insurance costs because you're considering the theft rates. With insurance costs also comes with your years of experience. If you're a new driver, if they say you have a G2 G2, then of course you're going to be paying more than somebody with a G. Now that is the driver's license system. I'll be doing another video on how to get your driver's license, by the way. So you don't want to miss that video. So I would advise you to go hit the bell right now so you're notified when that video drops. So yes, so insurance factors in the location. your driving experience, and the type of vehicle. Yes, they consider the type of vehicle. When I had a 8-seater vehicle, and believe me or not, before that 8-seater vehicle, I had a car, a 4-seater car. And did you know that that bigger vehicle, I paid less insurance? Why? Because they consider that as a family vehicle. So with a family vehicle, more people in it, you're going to drive, you're going to take more precaution driving, and you're going to be safe because you have your kids and you have other family in the back. It was surprising to me, but hey, that's Canada. If you have like a sports looking 2-door vehicle, you're going to pay more for insurance. And the brand of the vehicle also. So like Honda is considered a high theft rate vehicle. Honda and Toyota, I believe. So those vehicles, you pay more for insurance. But that's another thing to consider. And insurance, you pay bi-weekly. So here in Canada, you know, unlike Jamaica where you pay like every 6 months or something like that, Canada, you can pay for the year, or they break it down to monthly. Every month you pay insurance. And that can be a hefty fee. You can go anywhere from $150 to up, depending on the type of vehicle and the other factors. Now, most insurance companies would recommend that you combine your housing insurance with your vehicle insurance. In that way you pay less money if you do them separate. Because in Canada, it's recommended that you provide or you get insurance for your home, for the contents of your home. So even if you live into a condo, an apartment, a townhouse, it is important for you to insure your personal belongings. So usually the insurance company combine both the housing and the vehicle insurance, right? So those are other factors to consider. Now, if you are with me to the end, I promise I will be sharing some bonus tip for you. So when it comes to grocery shopping, I would recommend the Flip app. With this Flip app, you will have access to discounts, sales, specials on the different grocery stores. Now this, you can get it in paper form every weekend. You get whether you're living in an apartment or your own house. An apartment, you will see them at the front of the apartment with flyers of sales and specials for that week. Now with the Flip app, instead of using the paper format, you have the app right there on the phone, so you can compare prices. You can price match meaning if you go to one grocery store and the other one has it cheaper, when you go up to the counter to the cashier, you can show them, hey, this store have it for this amount of money, and then they price match. So they give it to you for that price, for the cheaper price, right? So that's a pro tip. Use the Flip app to get access to flyers with coupons and discounts. But when you go through the Flip app, you can select which grocery store you want to go to get what items. That's my pro tip for you. And which brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. And I have a full playlist of what to expect when moving to Canada. It's right here. Feel free to go check it out and hit the bell, like, share, comment,